Morning, guys. It's nasty this morning. It's my eyes a little swollen. I got something in it yesterday, and it's really giving me a bad time this morning. Johnny, please, I'm trying to talk. Just let the cows out. It's rainy. It's supposed to get harder today as the day goes on. I fed the goats earlier. I'm going up now to feed Ivan and Miracle and the chickens. And me and my girl here, we don't care for this weather. We're kind of pansies, ain't we, Heidi? So we're pansies when it comes to weather. But anyway, it is cold and rainy. It's supposed to get worse today as the day goes on. It's not like what you guys get. I've seen what y'all get. Get down. Get down. Who do you think you are? Tell them, Johnny. Anyway, I'm gonna try to get you a video today of me working over my little, trying to clean out that trailer that's gonna be my feed room. I went into it yesterday and it's a mess in there. I haven't been in there. They throwed a lot of stuff in there that they didn't use no more. It wasn't no good. I guess that's one way of cleaning up a job site. Just throw it all in a trailer and sell the trailer. It seems like that's what they've done. But anyway, it's okay. It's a good trailer. It's well worth it. And I'll clean it out. And even if it's raining, I think I can sit over there inside of it and just kind of start throwing stuff out on a low-bore trailer that I backed up to it. And I did some yesterday. That's where I got something in my eye. It's very dusty and dirty in there. All right, so let's get going. You guys okay? All right. I'll see y'all in a little while. All right, guys. I don't know if I'm going to work in there or not. It's lightning. It's starting to rain a little bit harder. So I do know one thing. I'm going into my man cave. I'm going to turn the heater on because it's cold. And I'm going to make me a pot of coffee. I know that. I know I'm going to do that. I put out 2 videos yesterday. And I'm glad those that watched them enjoyed it. I truly am. But I was up to 12:30 or 1 o'clock this morning I couldn't answer all of them. I just tried to read them. Finally, G comes and says, you got to come to bed. I'm going to finish reading these comments and I'll be to bed. I like to read the comments. If I can't answer them, at least I can read them. And because if you put that effort out there to write a comment, that means a lot. That's a lot of effort. You know, it's a lot of effort to not only watch the video, but then to comment on it. It's on your part. You know, like one lady said, there's so many videos now of the family, can't watch them all. Then I understand that. You know, you got to kind of pick and choose, I guess. But I understand that because, you know, your time's valuable too, right? Kippy, what do you think? Kippy don't care. Anyway, I'm fixing to go in and make me a pot of coffee, turn my heater on, and make video something inside and talk about different things. I got some comments but maybe we can talk about today. All right, catch you guys later. I plan on painting the floor. One lady suggested I put, and I've seen this, a little curtain across to kind of hide the stuff you put underneath, and that's a good idea. I've seen that before. A lot of the old timers for sure did it, and I've seen it in camp houses and stuff, and I've seen it in houses. So that's what I think I'm going to do. I'll have to give him some material that will reach, and I'll put something across there. I think that'd be neat. Put some hooks and just pull it back, get what I need. It'll kind of hide all that. I left that pot there. I told Kim I'm going to leave that pot to make sure it ain't leaking. It's not leaking. Pot's high and dry. I'll take it, put it back where it goes. I got my coffee making. Okay. And I'm going to sit here and it's raining. It's thundering. Heidi's outside. She's not liking it. She wants in. Let me tell you what she did to me. Y'all better not do it again. I took some stuff in the house to G. I come back out, and they had locked me out. I guess she ran up on the door, and she somehow pushed that button. And I think, oh no, where's my house? Where's my little key to the door? I had to go find it because I don't keep it on my key ring. I do now. I put it on my key ring when I found it. I only had one key. And you have locked me out in the rain, and they don't like the thunder. Okay, that coffee's making. It'll be, oh yeah, it'll be ready. Let's go sit down, Heidi. I want to tell you about a comment. And, come on, baby. I'll tell you about a comment. I got to locate it first, so I get settled down in here, get my cup of coffee. I get my comment located because I want to talk about it. And yeah, it's warm, huh, Kippy? Yeah, it's warm, Papa. All right. This comment is actually in reference to a video I'd made about the old feed stores where you used to buy the old bags, feed sacks, and 100-pound cotton sacks. And the sacks had print, or they was colored. And my grandmother and lots of folks in my era, in the country for sure, wore feed sack clothes. And they looked just as good as store-bought. I mean, if the person making the shirt or whatever knew what they was doing. And my grandmother she could have been a seamstress anywhere if she'd wanted to be. She had her old Singer sewing machine, the old kind you pedal. Kim has it now. The old pedal, and it goes around, it stitches. When she passed, my mom got it. And before my mom passed, she wanted me to have it. And I wanted Kim to have it. So once Kim got all set up, I sent it down to her. It went through a house fire, and it was moved out of the way or stayed in, in an area it was not completely destroyed, and it kind of singed it pretty good, but it didn't destroy it. But anyway, Kim has it. But she made our shirts, and this comment this lady said, I got a lot of comments, don't get me wrong, got a lot of comments about different folks remembering those things. And my grandmother made our shirts. We would empty the feed out and wash the sacks out real good, wash them several times, and take them to her. And she'd unstitch them or whatever, and make the whole cloth, and then do her patterns on them and sew them. And the funny thing was, if she was getting low on that particular color and she hadn't done the pockets or the collars yet, she might do them in a different color, and that was kind of before it become popular. Eventually somebody saw those and said, hey, we can make real shirts or store-bought shirts with the different colored pockets and stuff like that. Very neat. But anyway, this video is what this is about. This comment, I'm going to be a video. And so I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed all of them, but this lady reminded me of stuff that I had forgotten or didn't really even know. And her name is, I don't want to get her name wrong. I'm bad about that. Sharon Marsh. And she told me she didn't mind me using her name and using her comments for a video, and that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so let's get my cup of coffee, and we're going to get into it. It's coming down. You better not go out there, Kippy. I'm going to leave your little butt out there. Yeah, it's coming down. It's nice and warm and dry in here. All right, let's get back here and get our cup of coffee. I think it's just about ready. And these guys said, Papa, what about us? Well, hey, you guys know, y'all know. Yeah. Hey, you can't have too much. One hand. One hand. Let's give Kippy his piece first. Okay. Alrighty. Here. Alright. My coffee's about ready here. Hot and black, folks. Hot and black. Move over. Don't trip me up here. All right, I'm setting my coffee right here. Don't spill it. My snack right there. And they're gonna eat their bacon. Okay. Sharon tells me she lived in Hawaii as a child. And there were like 10 children in their household. And they would buy rice in 100-pound bags. 100-pound bags of rice. You know, we go through a lot of rice here. Everybody here on Morrow Hill loves rice, and you make rice. And the funny thing about rice, Lex and LE, it's got to be something genetics there. They can eat rice, just straight rice. They like it, just straight rice. Nothing on it. Lex likes rice now he likes it straight too, but he loves rice with the gumbo juice on it. And he was telling G on our way taking him to school yesterday morning, he says, G, my next time up, would you make me some gumbo? She says, I sure will. So she said she'll make it during the week, so I'm on like on Friday before we pick him up. But the only thing he wants out of that gumbo is the juice. He likes it on his rice. And all his other rice, he just eats it straight. It's kind of funny. Anyway, they bought rice in 100-pound bags, and it come in the patterns like we talked about, the cotton sacks. And she said the fabric, made great dish drying towels in book bags also. Yeah, I never thought about that, but yeah. I don't even know if we carried books back and forth to school when I was little. I know we had that old Big Chief tablet. Kids start saying, I want a tablet for Christmas, Papa. I want a tablet. Yeah, okay. I'll go get you a Big Chief. Y'all remember those Big Chief tablets? With the different lines on them? Some of them had the alphabet in the front of them, and numbers. Yeah, I remember that stuff. She remembered dishes that came in oatmeal boxes. See, I don't remember that. There would be teacups, saucers, and creamers inside oatmeal boxes. And she says, and I thought it was kind of funny what she said. She said, I can't even imagine what a hazard that would be in today's world. Can you imagine getting a box of oatmeal and be a glass in it from a teacup? Yeah, somebody'd be in trouble, wouldn't they? They had Nestle Quick hot cocoa mix in a canister, and it came with coupons. Nowadays, they couldn't just be in there. They'd have to be wrapped up in some kind of plastic, because somebody say, oh, that ink caused problems. She talks about that a little bit. Boxes of Cracker Jacks. Think about this. I remember this. I remember you get the little box of Cracker Jack, had the little toys in them. Rings. And she talked about rings. And little metal rings with plastic gem on them, plastic cars and stuff. Nowadays, and she makes a good point here. Listen, she says, back then we were smart enough to know not to eat the toys. Yeah. Oh, probably most everybody. Well, I never eat one either. Nowadays they'd have to have a disclaimer in there if they had a toy in there. I think they put little paper stickers in there now, or paper things. Then there was the small individual boxes she's talking about of breakfast here, and I remember this. They had the little perforated lines on the top. You could open it up, open the little cellophane, not cellophane, but the little paper, and you could pour your milk right in on top of it and eat out of the little box. Well, no dishwashing in that deal, was it? No bowl needed. That's so cute. And she said, now that's a hack. And this is her word. She said, that was a hack before there were hacks. I love that. And anyway, we went on to talk about it. It's fun thinking about these old times like that. And in today's world, people don't remember that stuff or they never saw it, and it's only through somebody telling them about it will they ever know that kind of stuff happened. I guess you still get different things with stuff in them. I'm sure maybe they do. I don't know. I know we go to McDonald's, you get the little Happy Meal, and there'll be a little toy in it, stuff like for the kids. That's mine. Kippy gets up here and wants to get my cookies. I got y'all bacon, and these are mine, and you cannot have them. It's Fig Newtons. I love Fig Newtons. And Kippy wants it. Not going to give it to you. And also, feed came in burlap bags. Different kinds of feed. Usually I think it's a more, that's not in the sun, it's just my part. Feed came in a burlap bags also, and those bags, everybody used burlap bags on the farm. They were used for so many things. You start gathering corn out of your fields, which sometimes fill bags full of, burlap bags full of corn. Potatoes, we picked our potatoes, plowed them up, and come down the rows picking them, just throw them in that burlap bags. And burlap bags was used for everything, but they usually more coarse type feed came in burlap bags. I remember, 100-pound bags. I remember what we called hulls and meal. It was a high protein, actually those cottonseed hulls, what it was, cottonseed. The hulls that the cotton ball comes off of. They're high protein. They grind them up and they would be in these bags. And then there was corn, sometimes whole corn would be in these bags. The more coarse type feeds. Feed that wasn't coarse would come through the little holes in it, because burlap bags is kind of a coarse sewn bag. And you go to these here sack races where people have put one leg in a sack, another, and their partner have one leg in. They have to hop down to a line, and there's a race, sack races. They always use burlap bags for that. And I can remember us at church and outings and stuff, everybody had burlap bags for these races. And they're easy to trip up. You can trip up and fall, and anyway, somebody would always win. My dad kept burlap bags. He never would throw one away. And I may have told y'all this story, and then we'll finish this video off. Gotta have a cup. I'm gonna have an easy day out here if she don't bother me. I'm gonna have an easy day. I'm gonna turn the TV on here in a minute, put me a John Wayne movie in, because she's gonna be getting them with babies here in a little while. And listen to it rain. Ivan and Miracle have been fed. They're out there in the barn, in the stall, out of the weather. The goats are all inside their little house. They've all been fed. The cows are out in the pasture. They don't mind the rain. They'll come in when they want to. They can come in the barn and they get ready. So everything's all set. But my dad would save these bags. And we had an old cow. She was an old Holstein cow. She's an old cow. Old cow was old. And my dad babied her through every year. She was old. Old like me. Old. And he would baby her. One winter, she got down. And we couldn't get her up. She would eat. She'd drink. But she would not even attempt to get up. She's old. And it's sad, it was. But, so my dad built this sling with burlap bags. They're strong. He got them underneath her stomach all the way around and then hooked a hoist to the top of them where they come together at the top. So when he hoisted her up, they were wide and wide, and it didn't like cut into her. And they're, like I said, they're strong. And every morning, we would go out before school, hoist her up to where she could put her weight on her legs. And then would fill her feed trough and her water trough and everything, fill it full before school. That was our quick morning chore. And the hoist he had worked real easy. It wasn't hard, but it was just the point of having to go out there every morning. Then at night, she was standing in that sling all day. She couldn't lay down, but at the same time, she could just relax in that sling and it didn't hurt her. But it kind of kept circulation going in her legs and stuff. And my dad would even go out sometimes. I'm kind of like Dan, picking, rubbing. Go out sometimes, massage her, just massage her legs and stuff. And he loved the old cow. And that's why I guess we dealt with her every year. But one morning I go out. It's cold, it's raining, but I run out before school, before the bus comes. And I run back in, and I says, praise God. Dad's fixing our braces. Oh, well, she up? I said, no, she died. So bad on my part. I said, no, she died. And she had passed away in the night. But, she never missed a meal. She was just old and just got weak and just couldn't keep going. And she's in a nice warm stall. There's hay in there in front of her and all around her, and her water trough, her feed trough. But burlap bags were used for everything. Storing stuff. If you had something you wanted to get air and you could hang it up and let it kind of dry out, you could hang stuff up like corn or something in a burlap bag. Air would go through those pores on it, the big square, like square little pores, I guess. The way it was sewn. Very coarse material. But you could dry stuff in them. Anyway, that's some stuff about old times and what this lady here shared with us. And I can't do anything outside. I was going to go out and work in my feed room, but I got that door down because I was working there a little bit yesterday. And the rain is kind of blowing in. I said, I'm not going to get in there and mess with that stuff today. It's slippery and wet and it's dirty. Be muddy today. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll catch you guys later. Hope y'all enjoy this. Y'all take care.